All right, everybody. Hello again. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about queries. Now, what's a query? Well, it's a question to the database. It's something that you submit where you say for example, in this students table, I want to know all those people that were born in the 21st century, for example, or everybody whose name starts with S, their last name, or everybody whose student ID is between 15 and 50, or something like that. Okay? Now, a query is simply designing the question, and then when you run it, you get the results. Alright, so to create a query, it's right here under the Create tab. We're going to use Query Design. So I'll select that. Now it says, what tables do you want in this query? And in this particular assignment, we're only going to be playing with this students table, okay, that was just visible over there. So I'm going to select that, and it appears up here, and all the field names are here. Now, from this list, you can select what fields you want in the query. That is, what do you want to display? Okay. So actually, I'm going to put them all in here. Student ID, first, last, address, email, and birthday. Alright, now if I run it just like it is, you see how they're all lined up in here. If I run it, click on this button over here, basically you get the same thing as the table. Alright, same data. Now, if I change the view, and right now we're in data sheet view, okay, a query has a data sheet view just like a table does. I'm going to go back to design view, which is what we were in before. Okay, now I want to specify some criteria, and that goes in here. Under criteria, let's say I want to know who has student ID 11. Alright, just type it in there. You don't have to type equals like you do with Excel. All you have to do is type the actual value that you're testing it for. Click Run, and there she is, Beth Swanson, student number 11. Okay. So now let's say I want to know which of these students have a student ID that is less than 60. So you type in the less than symbol, 60, run it, and as you'll notice in the results, everyone here has a student number that's less than 60. Now, instead of less than, because I noticed 45 was in that result. Here, if I put less than 45 and run that, you see student number 45 doesn't appear anymore. But if I put less than or equal to, and that's how you do less than or equal to in Access, the less than symbol followed by the equals, greater than or equal to, same thing. The greater than symbol followed by the equal sign. Run that. There, 45 appears now. Alright, so let's go back to design view, and here I want to show you something. Well, let me do between two values. Well, there's a couple of ways I can do that. Let's try it this way first. I want to say all students whose student IDs are greater than 20 but less than 70. So I'll put greater than 20 here. Okay, now what am I going to do here? I got room for one criterion in here, and I don't want to put it in under this. I think I said less than 60. Because this or means that they're separated by or. It can be greater than 20 or less than 60. Well, that's everybody. If 0 is not greater than 20, but it is less than 60, so it fits one of the criteria. That's what or means. If it fits one of the criteria, it's good enough to be included. So we don't want those joined with or, we want those joined with an and. And it has to fit both criteria. Okay, so I could just type in and in here, and less than 60. That's going to work. Click run. There we go. Everybody here is between 20 and 60. There's another way I could do this. Notice how it's capitalized now, and is capitalized. Another way I could do it is, and the only reason I want to point this out is because these criteria that all appear in the same row are joined by and by default. If it's going across in the same row, they're joined by and the or is underneath it. This or this or this or this. So what I can do is put the less than 60 over here, repeat the student ID number over here from students, and here where it says show, just turn it off so that it doesn't show. If you run it, you'll still see everybody between 20 and 60. Now actually, when I turn back to the other view, you're going to see this happen. Well, I was expecting to see it. Sometimes when you run access, it realizes that these are actually the same field, and it moves this over here and it says and less than 60. Didn't do it for me this time though, but it might do it for you, so watch out. Okay, now you can also do this with dates. Let's say I want to see all those people that were born after 1970. So I'll say 12/31/1969. And I'll run it. And there we go. Everybody in here has a birthday after the end of 1969. Alright, let's go back. Now notice though that when you see dates in here, Access puts this pound sign before and after it. That's an easy way for it to distinguish a date from other kinds of data. Okay? Alright, so there's some little tricks with filtering the data out of a single table so that we can select that data that we need from the table, and that's what a query is. Okay, so we'll do another query in the future, but I think this will do for now. We'll carry on later in the next video. Thanks very much.